Game 2 right now. It's the Pembroke Spartans, undefeated #1 seed in this Division II tournament, going up against the 13 seeds, the Coe-Brown Bears. Shocking here in the Final Four for the second year in a row as a double-digit seed, I should say. And interestingly enough, Coe-Brown knocked Pembroke out of the playoffs last year in the quarterfinal round. I think it was an 11-versus-3 game last year. So Pembroke looking to settle a score from that bounce out from the playoffs and, of course, get to the championship game. Whoever wins this game will face Souhegan, the number-seeded 7-seeded Sabres, winning it by 8, 53-45, knocking out number 3 Lebanon. So Souhegan against the winner of Pembroke Coe-Brown. We've got it for you here coming up on nhsportspage.com. Williams throws it right side. Welch takes a shot inside the arc, swish, and he knocked it down from 2-point range down to Parsons of Pembroke. Up ahead to Marr, right side. Welch pulls up for 3, and he knocks it in. Pat Welch, man, at the start of this game, Langdon gets it to Jackman down low, puts it up off the window, and good. Josh Jackman scores, and it's the way Coe-Brown plays. They are very deliberate on offense. Here's Langdon for 3. Shot from the corner, and we got a tie game. Marr with it, left side. Parsons takes the 3 left wing, and he puts it in. 8-4, but they do play about 7-8 guys. Inbounds, Lorien, he'll take a 3 left wing, and he knocks it in. Coe-Brown up by 1. Right-hand side, Langdon gets it to Jackman in the lane. His follow-away shot is good. He is just Jackman back to Doyle, right corner. Now they try and throw a pass up to Langdon, picked off by Marr, back the other way. He got fouled. Will they count the bucket? Yes. Good. No good. Rebound Timbus. Outlet Parsons, now Welch. Welch left side, going past the defender to the basket. They find Pingree. And the ball's knocked away, picked up by Welch. Welch gonna take it strong to the hole, behind his back, lays it up and in. Nifty move by Patrick Welch. The long jumper, no good. Rebound, Parsons up ahead to Welch. Welch has it left-hand side, crossover dribble to the basket, lefty layup good, and the foul. Basketball out of the Pembroke timeout. They trail by 9. Here's Langdon left side on the baseline, puts up a one-handed runner, and he breaks the drought. Lane, bounce pass to Timbus. Nice catch left baseline, kicks it out. Welch pulls up inside the arc and sinks another basket. Damon Doyle, left-hand side, Lorien to the basket, puts it up, one-handed shot, rocks through the cylinder. Outside the lane on the right side, got stripped Jackman. Here comes Welch, back the other way, looking to finish, and he does! Patrick Welch. Williams the rebound. Marr with it. Marr has Welch left side instead. Parsons right side. Takes the 3! Doyle spin towards the basket, gets the pass to Lorien. It's Wild. Picked up by Parsons. Here comes Welch. He pulls up for 3, and he knocks it down. 30-15. Patrick Welch, they're up by 15. Langdon in the lane to the basket. Got it in the foul. Big bucket by Andrew Langdon. Now Welch has it back to Marr with 10 seconds. Welch has it left-hand side. Welch left baseline drive. Puts it up off the window. Welch scores again. With about 32-18 at the half. Pete Terry along with Dave Haley, nhsportspage.com. I have never, ever in my, 35 years of watching basketball, I've never seen a stat sheet with 81% after one half. 13 of 16 shooting for the Spartans. That's unbelievable. That's Villanova against Georgetown, 1985.
They're not playing Georgetown. One kid goes 9 for 10. That's the best performance, Patrick Welch, best performance I've ever seen. 6 years of doing this, Final Fours at all 4 levels. It's the best half I've ever seen, an individual half. And we see some good stuff in the last 2 nights. This kid's on fire, and he's legit.
And he's doing it from 3, he's 2 for 2, he's doing it at the free throw line. He's carrying this team. Coe-Brown, they just can't hang with Pembroke, can they?
Yeah, they're not playing bad. They have a game plan, they're executing it. Dave Smith knows what he wants to do. When the best player in the division, one of them, Brandon Lenz right there, David Hampton, goes 9 for 10, And I mean, pull-up threes in traffic. I mean, these weren't breakaway layups, you know. This is tough contested shots.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun watching these guys. Got another half to go. 14-point lead for the Spartans. Can they be undefeated going into the championship game against the inspirational story of Souhegan? Talk about a preview writing up for that.
Yeah, no, outstanding. Souhegan's been great. I think it'll be a great final if Pembroke holds on, and I think they will.
I think they will too, but you were wrong about Spalding last night. PG came back. Let's see if Coe-Brown can do the same. At the half, 32-18, Pembroke on top of Coe-Brown. Into the first half, 9 for 10 shooting for 21 points. Steal by Coe-Brown. Langdon to the basket. Lays it up and in. It's a 12-point game. Rounds. Jackman's 18-footer, no. Rebound Timbus. Up ahead. Marr now to Persons at the free throw line. Sticks it. 37-22. Doyle left side. Zolman for three. And he puts it in. Cameron Taylor. Taylor got it to Marr. Left side. Welch takes the three open. And it's in and out. Offensive rebound though. Timbus puts it up. Missed it. Other side. Taylor puts it up. Yes. And the foul. No. Rebound tipped out. Zolman. Controlled by Pingree, but stolen by Persons. Restolen by Pingree. Passes to Lorien. Collects. Goes up and scores. Waited for the defender. Welch with it. Now to Marr. Left side or right side. Marr has it. Gets through two defenders. Nifty dribble. Nifty move to the hole. And he puts it in. Coe-Brown in the second quarter. Now a steal by Welch. Bad pass. Welch taking it back the other way. Pulls up inside the free throw line. And Welch puts it in Division III. Scoring over 20 points a game. He's only a sophomore. About 6'4". Here's Marr on the drive and the finish and the foul. I see some of the Trinity players. I see Ryan Otis anyways down there. Timbus scores. Persons now brings it to the middle with the dribble. Persons left side. Persons drives to the hole. Lays it up and in. Coe-Brown is quick. Pembroke has not. And that's why we got a 29-point lead. And Welch goes to the bench with 28 points. He's got as many points as Coe-Brown does. Minute 59 left. He's going to sit, gets a nice hand from the Pembroke crowd. And there's your final. Pembroke advancing to the championship game. Second time in the last 3 years. Pembroke Spartans and the Souhegan Sabres in the championship game on Saturday. D2 here. UNH's Lundholm Gymnasium. Pete Terrier with NHSportsPage.com. I got some of the players that helped make it happen. Matt Persons to my left. We got Pat Welch to my right. Rainey Marr to my far right. And let's start with you, Pat. You guys came out firing in that first half. Never once in my life have I seen a shooting percentage of 81.3% in the first half. You guys shot 13 of 16 from the field. You were 9 of 10 for 21 points. Did you realize that it was going down that easily for you?
Oh yeah. It felt like the basket was huge, and that's all. I don't know. I was just shooting and it felt good. When you get in a mode like that, Rainey, as a point guard, you pretty much say, hey, I got to keep feeding this kid the ball.
It's just Pat runs the court, I'm going to feed him. It's easy. He stretches the court out when he's making shots like that. It's easy. My job's easy after that.
And you're not limited either with your choices because you got this guy. He's on one side, he's on the other, and it just makes you guys real tough to defend, plus the two bangers inside Timbus and Jordan Williams.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. You know, we got to get it inside out, and it makes our job easier too when we can get it inside, because we can get that inside out shot. It's a little easier.
Our first look at you guys on the NHSportsPage.com video highlights here, I've seen you guys play many times. You're very impressive, but it seems like despite the fact that you're unbeaten, despite the fact that you guys have played so well this year, people aren't necessarily buying in as you guys being, they may say you're the favorites, but a lot of people say those guys are certainly beatable. What are your thoughts on that situation?
I mean, if we play as hard as we can every night and come out to play and ready, we're not going to lose. I don't care who it is.
When you look at what you did defensively tonight, too, they only shot 31%. And look at the total points. 11 in the first quarter. Yep. They were within 4 of you, but then they had 7, 9, and 4. I mean, you guys really clamped down on defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we win defense. I mean, we don't always have nights like this where we're shooting 81%, so that's what we rely on, the defense.
Well, you did finish shooting only 73% for the game, but you know, yeah, in the first half, you guys cooled off a little bit in the second half, but not much. Matt, I got to ask you about this Souhegan story. You know, one of their former teammates passed away. They've really used that to rally together and kind of not necessarily play for Tony Barksdale, but play like him, and it's carried them to the championship game. When they had a real disappointing regular season, at least with the expectations for them, they're in there as a 7 seed. Team of destiny scare the crap out of me when I'm a favorite, or you know, as a Patriots fan, we all know what happened with the Giants in the undefeated Super Bowl. So what can you look at, and what can you guys talk about over the next couple of days preparing for that emotional team you're going to see on Saturday?
Well, first of all, it's great that they can honor their former teammate like that, and play for them. But I think we just got to make it about basketball and match their aggressiveness, match their heart, and may the best team win.
I want to ask you about this. I mean, you're a senior. You guys were in the championship game 4 years ago as freshmen. It looks like you're treating this as a business trip. You got the ties on. You guys are looking dapper. I mean, is this business for you guys?
It's business, and it's fun too. We try to act professional and like young men, and it's fun on the court though.
It is fun watching you guys. Rainey Marr, Pat Welch, Matt Persons, Pembroke. Moving on to the championship game Saturday afternoon at noon. All right, guys. Thank you. Pembroke Spartans 62-31 winners against Coe-Brown. No more Cinderella. You got number 1 against maybe a surprise team, at least with the seedings, but when you looked at it before the season, I don't think a lot of people would have been too surprised about a Souhegan-Pembroke final. Would you, Coach?
I'm not surprised about it. I know Souhegan had some ups and downs throughout the year with injuries and stuff like that. They also played football this year. I know a lot of them play football, so we have that at Pembroke. It takes a little while to get your basketball legs, and Souhegan's peaking at the right time.
You guys certainly were on fire in the first half. I was talking with the guys, and just that shooting performance, 13 for 16. Have you ever had a team shoot 81.3% in the first half or any half?
I don't remember doing that. We might have. We very well might have. But Pat made a few outside shots. But really what got us to spur is getting out in the break and running. We had 4 or 5 layups that really kind of gave us a lift. It helps when Pat makes shots. We moved the ball well, and we kind of did what we wanted to do. And when we get that kind of lead on this big a court, it's kind of tough to play catch-up.
Yeah, and especially that's a team that kind of wants to slow down and play real deliberate anyways. Once they get behind, they're in trouble. Speaking of Pat Welch making shots, 12 for 16 from the field, 28 points. He actually had scored as many points as they had late in that fourth quarter at 28. But you had some help, Matt Persons and Rainey Marr. They combined for 21 between them. You guys did just enough on the boards to keep them off. But, you know, to me, this is just an incredible shooting performance, 72.7%. It reminds me of that Villanova-Georgetown situation where Villanova was like 86% in the second half. That was crazy. Can you save some of that good shooting for Saturday?
I think so. You'd hope so. You know, I hope we come out Saturday we're calm, we're going to execute, and take what's given to us. And the thing for us is, you talk about the offense, but I think the defense is why we win. We've had some close games throughout the year, but we're holding teams. Our kids are in shape. They're ready for this, and if we play defense and, like you said, control the boards, I think we're gonna have a good night.
Last time Pembroke won a championship, I don't know if you might remember that one. Way back in 1991, you led the team to the championship. Wouldn't it be just real nice to just cap off this perfect season with a win on Saturday? I know it's an obvious question, but especially for you, coaching the team to a championship after leading them as a player way back when.
Yeah, it'd be great for the kids to win a championship. For me, my staff, everybody. But the thing is, this has been 2 or 3 years coming where we've been building the program up, having some good seasons, 17-1, 16-2, and all that is to get ready to come to UNH and play here. So my kids came out with great focus tonight. I'm looking forward to Saturday and the matchup with Souhegan. We're going to prepare for that. Hopefully we come out and play with poise, play with focus, and get a victory.
All right, there he is, Matt Alosa. Pembroke moving on. Should be a great one on Saturday back here at UNH. Pete Terrier here with Joe Marcellina from the Nashville Telegraph. We've also got him from nh-highschoolsports.com. He's got about 50 million jobs, and he's got himself a story on Saturday. It's Souhegan against Pembroke, and you know, like I just said to Coach Alosa before the game, if before the season we said Pembroke and Souhegan in the championship game, you wouldn't have doubted. but Souhegan had kind of a circuitous route to the championship game. But they're there, and they have a chance to win, and might as well go out and try and beat the best to be the best.
Yeah, it's been a very strange season, I think, for Souhegan, and they definitely would tell you that. You know, coming in as a team that with a lot of returning players, a lot of expectations, and to start, I think they started 0-2. They were, I think, at one point 5-4 during, in the middle of the season. They had a strange schedule where, they didn't play a lot of games for the first month of the season, and then they had to make those all up in the last couple of weeks. Going 11-7 in the regular season was not what anyone had expected. But this was a team that said all year, we need to get to March, and they got to March.
Well, now they got Pembroke, and Pembroke shot lights out tonight, shooting 73% for the game. That was impressive. It was 83.1% or something like that at halftime. Patrick Welch, 28 points. I mean, he's certainly a player, and they've got a lot of players, but Pat Welch is certainly a special player.
Just that first half that he had was incredible. To have 21 points, he only missed one shot, was 9 of 10 from the field. I mean, for a guy playing his first game on a at this stage, I mean, a lot of guys come in and the first time they play at UNH, they have problems, just not because of the pressure, but also just the bigger court, the different baskets. I mean, it sounds a little silly, but it's the truth. He was just amazing tonight. He only had 4 points, I believe, in that game against Souhegan. They beat Souhegan by 4. Had a little bit of a back injury at that point, so it should be interesting to see what they do against each other this time around.
So it's Team Karma against Team on a mission for an unbeaten season. Sets up for a great story on Saturday here at UNH. Thanks to Joe Marcellina. Check out his stuff, nh-highschoolsports.com, and on NashvillaTelegraph.com. I'm Pete Terrier. One final time, it's Pembroke on top of Coe-Brown, 62-31. They will take on Souhegan in the championship game Saturday.